everybody, my name's Helen, and today I have my February wrap-up and my March TBR. So, I did not have the greatest reading month this month. I only read 4 books, and I only liked 2 of them. I actually didn't like the other 2 very much at all. But let's just get right into this, because, yeah. So the first book that I read this month, and I don't have the physical copy, and that book was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I completely understand why everybody loves this book. Kath is so relatable, and Levi is adorable, and the whole story is just so good, and I am officially in love with Rainbow Rowell. Between Eleanor and Park and Fangirl, just yes. And the second book that I read this month was Waterfell by Emily Howard. This book follows a girl who is of a different species. She is called Aquarathi, and she is disguised as a human and living among them to learn about them and understand them, but also to hide from the woman who killed her father and wants to kill her so that she can assume the Aquarathi throne. This book sounded so cool, and it had so much potential, but it just wasn't. No. I did not like this book very much. I liked it enough that I kind of want to read the next book that comes out in July, but only to find out how it's even going to continue, because the ending of this book was, it was satisfactory, it was an actual ending. So I'm wondering what the next book is going to be, if it's going to follow the same characters, or if it's going to be more like a companion novel. But basically, the characters were annoying and really, really whiny, and I found it really hard to read from the main character's perspective because how whiny and pathetic she was throughout most of this book. And there were points where she would start talking about really nerdy things, and she would actually have legitimate opinions on these nerdy things, which are near and dear to my heart. And I would be like, wow, she's actually kind of cool, she watches Doctor Who. But then it would be like, you used Doctor Who in the completely wrong context. You actually wrote it Dr.Who instead of the full title. She refers to the Doctor as Doctor Who instead of just the Doctor. No. Well, I gave this book 2 out of 5 stars. So the next book that I read this month was Don't Even Think About It by Sarah Malinowski. This was an e-galley sent to me for review, and this book was a lot of fun, actually. It is about a homeroom class who gets their flu shots, and suddenly they all develop telepathy, so they can all communicate with each other and hear what every single person is thinking. And, of course, the high school drama, which everyone is trying to keep hidden, rises to the surface because they can't hide it anymore. And it was just a lot of fun. It was a really fast, fun read, and the ending was pretty open, so if there is ever another book which is released to be part of this as a series or something, I will definitely read it. I rated this 3.5 out of 5 stars. And the last book that I read this month was Night Assassin by Rima Jean. I hated this book. I absolutely despised it. It sounded so cool. It's about this girl who, when her mother is killed, she joins the assassins and trains with them so that she can get her revenge. And just all the things that I wanted to be in this book were kind of glossed over. The main character was really annoying. She kept being like, I'm so powerful because of this energy that's coursing through my veins, but she kept being all whiny and pathetic with it too, and you never really find out what this energy is that's coursing through her. It's just constantly described as this energy that's bringing up into her whenever she needs it. And just so many things are not explained, and I just really did not like this book. I gave it 1.5 stars. So now I do have a little bit of a TBR for this month, because I have some books that I have to read for review, and I have a book that I have to read for my English class, So I'm going to dive right into those. First book that I will be reading for review is Strange Sweet Song by Addie Rule. I don't really know what this one is about yet. I'm kind of going into it blind, but I'm really excited to get to it, and it has little illustrations throughout it, which I didn't know until now. I don't have a thing of the cover, unfortunately, but it was really pretty. The second e-galley that I will be reading is Stolen Songbird, and I can't remember who it's by. I don't have it on either of my devices yet. And again, I don't really remember what it's about, but I think it was somewhere in between a middle grade and a YA book. It was kind of appropriate for both, so I'm excited to get into that one as well. And the book that my professor chose for us to read in my English class in university is The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Hayden, and you may recognize this from, I think, my October wrap-up. I read it really recently, but I'm going to be rereading it in the last 2 weeks-ish of this month, so I'm really excited to dive into this book again. And now into the books that I'm just kind of hoping to be able to read in general. I am currently reading Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and I only have 103 pages left. 105 pages. I was close. I really, really like it so far. It's awesome, and just so much yes in one book. The next book that I am hoping to be able to get to this month is Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. I know very little about this book. I'm actually kind of surprised that I haven't been completely spoiled. I know that it's about this girl named Juliet, and she has a lethal touch, so she's been in she's been in a confined space for about a year, and then suddenly things start to happen. So I'm really excited to read this book, and yes, that is it for now. That was my February wrap-up and my March TBR. Let me know what you read last month or what you are planning on reading this month. If you see any of the books in this video and you would like me to do a review of them, please let me know, and I will definitely do that for you. And I will see you soon with a new video.